Interesting to see already. We're seeing the point of interest, the POI is being conditioned. This is set lobbies, ladies and gentlemen. Game 1 of the NA East Grand Final. So no doubt Wavy and Funk are going to see each other more and more. And let's see who's going to be able to win this, because this is going to be a very important engagement as Wavy just sneaks on in with the vent shots there, Fallout. Oh my goodness!
Funk! Are you kidding me? With the right-hand advantage, Wavy got a little bit too confident right there, and Funk with a pump shotgun, I believe, to the face. Exactly right. So it's a fast start. So you like to see in terms of entertainment at least, and even in competitive Fortnite, especially if you're a fan of Bugha. Good start for Bugha with 2 limbs, as we talked about. FaZe Funk, the return, and honestly, we're teeing up these stories. All right, one thing I like to say is the DreamHack production team are kind of have the foresight and are kind of geniuses. So the fact that they brought Rokane on for an interview makes me feel confident. I would have lost my mind if that was Rokane right there. They got the limb on Vexy, but it wasn't. It was Slick.
That's not a dog house. That is a big old ant house. And Straw Hat Charlie, who's been around in the scene, has making appearances in grand finals and semis, goes toe-to-toe and gets Slick out.
Yeah, that's right. And I saw Kote get a pick as well. Free agent. And oh no, not looking great for Zexro, and he's going to get boogied. Almost goes for the 180 yeet, no scope, or quick scope actually, but not able to get that now in a 1 versus 1. I like the confidence from Zex. He's going to get himself actually in the box. Actually connects for a good first shot, but perhaps a little over-aggressive as he's going to get taken out. That is massive from the man originally from Long Island. Zexro gets eliminated.
Together with the pump and boogie, you get 5 elim results right there. So that's a great start for Unknown, who has himself the silver surfboard. It's the mythical item that we haven't talked about yet, but we'll see if it makes a return as a Nos gets picked off by Michael.
Yeah, a lot of people getting out of jail here, Sancho. It's like the escape from Alcatraz, perhaps. A little bit of a jailbreak going on in Fortnite with some of the weapons that we have.
As a Monopoly action. A little convoy here, a little diesel truck here, rolling out with his Transformers all of a sudden.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Transformers, or just watching a scene down Route 66. Not sure which one it is, but Day was hunting. He was the Megatron, and he's going to get a nice pick right there. It's not looking great. Of course, the Pepper's going to help him out. He's just buying himself time. He does have some mats and actually found some time to farm up even further. So the mats are going to buy him up even more time. I think, it's really just delaying the inevitable here, but does have Crash Pads for disengaged. We're wondering when that was going to come through. He had to be careful doing that because of that. It's actually going to be Andy.
Situation for previous NA finals. The winner of game 1 in July placed 23rd overall, and the winner of game 1 in August placed 22nd. So you don't have to have a pop-off game. If you get sent back to lobby early, yeah, you're going to be on the cooldown, but you got to remember, Coop finished 22nd in game 1 with 1 elimination, and now show Notch had 0 points until game 3. So you got to have the right mental, and you got to have the right reset to push forward in these 6-game sets that you have here at the grand finals.
Pretty difficult to do, as we're on board a Day right now. Sorry, Fun at Foon says that he's getting hunted by Day. Looks like he'll be taken out momentarily, as he has quite the disadvantage overall in terms of overall health.
His Day is really aggressive, and it costs him right then and there. Day goes down as he was going for an AR spray, and that's the danger of this season, Fallout. The pump shotgun just allows you to be so aggressive on some pushes. You can Aikido someone's push, break into someone's box, and you can get met with a big critical hit. And that is what's happening. You're seeing people crash into boxes and getting eliminated so quickly with some nice reflexive shots, just like Aegis did right there.
An Unknown of NRG has to be a little bit cautious. Looks like he won't take this fight. He's going to be content just getting as many mats as he can. He's close to maxed out. He's obviously in circle as it currently stands. He's in a good spot. Rotation-wise, I like this positioning from Rifle. Keep in mind, these European players, we'll continue to call them out. You may not be as familiar with them if you're a fan of North American Fortnite, but they're going to play significantly different. They're going to play more for early rotation, things like that, where you can get a nice, simple pick if you can. I like what I'm seeing so far out of Rifle.
From Rifle, as now we're on board with Agers, the man who's on fire, making his way near to Lake House. We've been seeing a lot of in-games here throughout the day here in the DreamHack Open Fallout, and this is where you're going to have to make some very cheeky rotations. And Agers right now has a strong kit. He has 4 crash pads, and he picks up another elim, almost free without any kind of work. Just one shot, and he gets it right there.
Yeah, Tax is going to come in.
Free rotation as Ritual does pick up an elim right then and there. Who Fishy's on the backside of Storm has to figure out how to make a way as Ritual is crash padding his way, almost doing the triple play as Nanolight picks up an elim in the feed, and so does Michael. So players are popping off right now as everyone's now jockeying for position. And like Bala said, he's expecting the players that decide to go for height to do really well versus the formulaic of going to the front of the zone and turning and burning. So let's see who does that here, Fallout.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You know, obviously we talked about Bizzle earlier, but he's traditionally been one of the best players in the world to do it. Savage is going to pick up one. Nice job from him. But he's, you know, how many times have you seen Bizzle on height in a competitive Fortnite game? I can't even count. If I had a nickel for each time, I'd be a very, very rich man. Not as rich as him with how much he's made prize money. His Unknown gets it in the limb as well. So, you know, I'd argue that you're going to see some of these players that are used to kind of that tried and true side of Fortnite. I wish we had players like Zayt and Saf in this final because it'd be great contention for that height. But meanwhile, some of the new school players, relatively speaking at least, Macwood, one of the young gods, can pick up yet another elimination. So Macwood continues to light it up.
I would say if Zayt and Saf were in this, they're very familiar with Sweaty Sand, so this would be like the palm of your hand. And if I am just surprised right now that Unknown is still alive and running around, not because he's such a bad player, but this is basically unknown territory for him to be in a finals, grand final situation in Endgame as we get closer and closer to the first rotating. So this is going to be huge, just like Wavy Jacob. Unknown is still up. Bad Sniper goes down to the hands of Savage. We on board with Savage's journey, and he's been on a roll now with 3 eliminations, and he has to be careful here. He may be able to get himself in a bad situation, now down with no shields, and this is looking very scary here, Fallout. And no, the boogie on down, and he has hand outside his door. This might be a wrap very quickly.
Yeah, it's looking a little bit scary, and so scary we're going to jump off of him. I can't even watch. We're going to jump on board with Unknown instead. As let's see what Unknown can do. He's been playing incredibly well. We did see Funk and a few others get eliminated. Just quick heads up from the elimination feed. You know, pro tips on watching Fortnite. Keep your eyes at the top left of your screen so you can see if your favorite players are still in it or are out, as we're going to see that elimination feed get lit up. Koche continues to roll here. That's at least 3 or 4 eliminations for him.
Oh, no.
Taken out.
Unknown picks up an elim on your bottom right, and he's starting to get going. Unknown, like I said, he just plays a little too aggressively early on, not getting the end zones. But when he does make it there, he's going to be so dangerous, especially with the shotgun. Let's take a look at who's at height. It's Buck T. Landjock goes down fighting for it, and you're seeing the second place, Haji, right now on the low ground, doing his best, picking up elims. But the story for me right here, Fallout, is Unknown on his feet and still cooking.
That's exactly right. He's not done yet. And keep an eye on who does have high ground. It's Agers, who we watched earlier, play incredibly well in some one-on-ones, in some box fights. Haji, of course, had a great semifinal, so going to keep an eye on him. Unknown, one of the biggest names participating in this one. As you'll see, the elimination via Koche again. It has to be his 6th elimination at this point. Mac, we're going to pick up another one. Finally gets taken out by the European and Rifler, who's still alive in this. Unknown, going to be getting flanked. Oh my gosh, what was that? A 360 no scope for the dub. That's why you love the spaz. That's why you love the pump. It's back, baby.
How did he do that? And Unknown still has a strong possibility to survive with the use of the Silver Surfer surfboard and floppers. And Unknown, his journey is not over as Ager picks up another elim at height. This is going to be a strong play for Agers right now. It's a battle between Unknown and Haji down low, and Agers controlling the rest of the lobby as down goes Who Fishy. But it is so close right now. Agers right now has a strong possibility to hold this out, but he just needs a map refresh, and it will be a wrap for Agers to get this first victory royale.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Agers is just sitting on top of his throne, watching his peasants fight, as this should be his game, locked and loaded, unless he throws, which we'll see. Keep an eye on his mats, because guess what? He doesn't have a whole lot of mats to his name. He has one more build, and that's going to be it. So he's actually going to lose high ground here to the hands of, I'm not sure who that was. It looks like he's going to go up against a member of Vanish. Agers says, hey, I don't want any of this smoke. I don't have any mats to fight this. I'm going to drop for low ground, be a low ground warrior.
And that is going to be dangerous territory in the mid ground as you have players like Unknown Snitch, who had a great run in semifinals. Agers gets cracked so badly, but it returns and down goes Snitch. 5 points as Irek now is sitting at height. You're taking a look who is left alive. Unknown. Agers, Kote goes down. Posit goes down as well. We have ourselves a top 5 situations Fallout, and Unknown is still on his feet looking for more placement points and more elims, and now it's a battle between Unknown and Agers.
This is absolutely insane. And of course, the Storm's going back through the builds that were already used. They're going to have to recycle them, hence why Unknown is just swiping away, trying to do what he can. It is an absolute labyrinth of a finish here. And Unknown is going to connect for a great first shot. That's a good start. He knows he has him weak, and he's going to use that silver surfboard. It's actually going to cost him quite significant health. Manages to stay alive. And keep in mind, Unknown has no business being alive from his earlier play. He's not done yet. He's going to get yet another one.
Oh my goodness, if Unknown starts off game 1 here of the grand finals with the victory royale, you better watch out, because Unknown's gonna be so dangerous, and he does! Unknown picks up the victory royale! Oh my goodness, baby!
Because, of course, he performed well, but so did a few other players. And there you have Haji with 6 eliminations, holding second place just below Unknown, who now is ahead 90 points ahead of everyone else. Ager is going to be in third place. We have Akote in fourth.